hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. White goes in, and White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Stewart with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Stewart with the screen on White. Here's Ivy, just 5 on the clock. Here's Stewart. No good on the triple. And the Bulls with possession. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
The putback and the dunk by Stewart.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Here's Buzelis. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Here's White. And Vucevic kicks to White. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now, here's Cunningham. Takes it inside, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Cunningham for 3. Pass to Stewart. Cunningham looking around. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Cunningham's shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you can still probably find a higher percentage shot.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons key by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team.
Cunningham with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Stewart missing. Bulls leading by 6. Okoro shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And we talk about how long Buzelis is. There, he showcases it on the offensive glass.
To the paint. Here's Duren. Rebound by the Bulls. Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. And he lays it straight in. White's got 13.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the...
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. The great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Here's Giddey. And the shot goes in. He has 7.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Connects from three-point range.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And Cunningham with the slam.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this...
Wow.
What a jam.
And on that drive, Cunningham utilizing that athleticism, blitzing the defense the moment he sees an opening.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Stolen by Okoro. Inside. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
Stewart finds Cunningham. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Launches from deep. And Duren slams it in.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grape.
And a wide-open look for Cunningham. They get it back. Duren, no good. Bulls leading by 15. Right side, White. A wide-open look here for Vucevic. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
White, wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Vucevic. And that one, good. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Cunningham's shot is off. And so it's Chicago, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, you have to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
We've got Williams. Jalen Smith is out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Asende in at the 2 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. Outside Collins. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Another 3 for Chicago.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Three-pointer, LeVert. Rebound by Smith. Chicago leading by 20. Williams finds Dosunmu. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Robinson dishes to Harris. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Pass to Dosunmu. Into the lane. Comes up empty down low. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. No problem knocking that one down. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Robinson misses. Stolen by Robinson. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. From deep. Robinson can't get that one to fall. The Bulls leading by 21. Pass to Dosunmu. To the middle. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Robinson misses.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Here's Collins. Makes it off the glass.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
LeVert from outside. Detroit, no good that time either. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Asenge. Reed covering. It's tipped. Stolen by LeVert. Lets the three fly. No good there. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a very comfortable 25-point lead. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. And it's Cunningham in at the one.
Giddey making the defenders look like they're on ice.
Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Okoro wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Okoro's got himself on the board with 3 there. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Stolen by Okoro. Outside White. Fires for 3. Vucevic a screen on Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Buzella sets a screen for Okoro. Here's Vucevic. It's a hand on it. Duren pulls it in. The Pistons shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Out to Thompson. And again, Detroit turns it over.
That's a tough break there. If there is any hope of making a comeback, they have got to take better care of the ball.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And it's White missing.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Pass to Stewart. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Giddey gets it to go.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
Pass to White. Here's the 3. Rebound, Detroit. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot on the run of Sear, tough to catch.
And White kicks to Vucevic. It's stolen by Cunningham. Shoots over Okoro. Here's Ivy. It's all in by the Bulls. Buzella has got his 4th rebound in this one. Okoro shot is off. The Pistons have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham.
Personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's White. Nailed from three-point land. White's got 21 in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Detroit has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Ivy with the bucket.
Wow, the floater. Ivy must have really felt like that was the best option there.
Giddey against Ivy. And it's Vucevic missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's off from three-point range. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. The Pistons shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Cunningham against White. With the floater, Cunningham gets the bucket. 20 points for him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Coby White.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised, making every effort to put this game on ice.
This one should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's against a defense that clearly has let up since they have the lead.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Giddey. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's White. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Fires from way outside. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever
teams are excellent at it.
Here we go.
How does that help a team's energy, Doris?
Well, I think you work so hard to contest shots. You have to finish the possession by making sure you corral the defensive rebound. Such an important part of the game.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Green in at the 3.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Charlotte. And here's Ball. To the middle. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
2 points. That one goes.
I'll tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Ball looks over the floor. Pass to Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
White, the pass to Okoro. The Hornets pull it in. Miller, left side. To the inside. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
White can't hit. The Hornets have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Ball passes to Plumlee. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ball against White. Pass to Plumlee. 4 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Counted from distance.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Giddy. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
The Bulls trail by 3. White with it. Green picks him up. Left side, Giddey. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now here's Ball. No points so far. Baseline jumper. That went off the back iron and out.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Vucevic in the post. Pounded by Ball. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has gotten his second bucket.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer, great size, great touch.
Plumlee a screen. Ball with it. Guarded by Vucevic. White looking it over. Got a piece of it. And it's Okoro penetrating. And he lays it up and in.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's the Bulls. They're good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the floor for Charlotte. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Chicago leading by 3. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
And here are the Hornets now. Chicago making their last shot. And we played through the first minute here in the second. To the paint. Here's Okoro. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Hornets trail by 7. The 3 from Ball. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you, B.A.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Ball. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. Screen by Bridges. 6 to shoot. Miller can't get it to go.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
White with it. Green picks him up from Pete Giddey. Ball with the rebound. And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. 8-point game. Green, the pass to Miller. Stolen by Giddey. Here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Sinks the tray. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter. And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Here's White. After the basket by Charlotte. Now Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giddey's got 5.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
2 minutes.
Miller against Giddey. To the inside. Here's Plumlee. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Okoro on the wing. Fires the 3. The shot misses. Hornets trail by 11. Miller on the wing. Outside, Green. Pass to Bridges. With the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Outside White. Down low. Vucevic. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Ball. Back to Miller. Drives to the hoop. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Green, the pass to Bridges. Chicago with a rebound. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Howard down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
And that's a guy who's willing to mix it up offensively and draw the contact and get that opportunity for the old-fashioned and one. We see you, Josh Giddey.
Ball against Giddey. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that one's good. Green.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And it's Giddey missing. That shot off. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly... All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. We've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Nikola Vucevic has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Jalen Smith is out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Patrick Williams. And it's Herter in at the 2. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Sexton, Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 9. And one of the standout skills for Colin Sexton, that little floater in the lane.
The floater is an invaluable tool for virtually every guard in the league, because when you touch the paint, generally speaking, you have bigs rotating to you. But there are a lot of things to love about Colin Sexton. This guy is so intense defensively, a tremendous competitor, and he's really trying to grow that jump shooting aspect, which will be critical.
Dosunmu, left side. From down in the low post, it goes. Dosunmu's got his first basket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Dosunmu outside. Picked it! Pass to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. On the take. And he banks in the layup.
I'll tell you, this guy excels at using his speed and his big body to cut inside. Nice job, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Here's Dosunmu. Lays it up and banks it in. Dosunmu's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Sexton looking around. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You like seeing that from Colin Sexton. He's got to prove he's more than just a scorer.
Here's Dosunmu. Shakes him. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. These are his first free throws of the game. And he makes the first.
At the line for the Bulls.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Hornets trail by 9. There's the screen. Sexton against Herter. Outside Sexton. They get it back. Here's Diabate. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jalen Smith. Charlotte shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line on this one.
Taking 2 shots.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Chicago leading by 9. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. The league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players is more prize money for the winning team. It worked for the Emirates Cup. The All-Star festivities drive revenues and publicity for the league, so those that are advancing this suggestion say, what's the money on it? Guys?
All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. The 3 from Sexton. Charlotte again missing. The Bulls have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Williams' shot is good.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Kicks it out to Collins. Herder against Sexton. Herder gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Williams. Here's Sexton. It's hauled in by Herder.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Collins passes to Smith. Back to Collins. DeSumo on the wing. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The 3, Smith. Here's Collins. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for Chicago.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Collins.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. 4th quarter on the court for the Hornets. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. And it's Green in at small forward. Giddey against Miller. Five on the clock. And there's the drive. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
White, the pass to Vucevic. Back to White. There's the triple. Fires in the triple. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Another 3 for Chicago.
Now, this guy is a crafty scorer. If Vucevic starts to cook, fellas, look out.
Plumlee a screen. Ball outside. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. Pick by Vucevic. There's the three. White can't hit.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Now Ball. Miller. It's good from beyond the arc.
Oh, Brandon Miller showing off his range right there.
And White has got the ball here for Chicago. At one point, they led by 16. Outside Giddey. Into the lane. Yes! Using that window.
Listen, this guy's a barometer for this team's success offensively. They go as he goes.
Miller. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential. Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Here's Vucevic. Left side White. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's a minute 54 left in the game. It's stolen away.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
White drives in. Yes, sir! That one's good!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Bridges. Oh, the shot is off. Bulls leading by 14. Okoro on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Now White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Giddey! Bridges pulls it down. Charlotte's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Bulls.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Coby White.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink. That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Outside White, drives to the hoop. Here's Vucevic, puts up the tray. The three ball is down.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better.
On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Ivy. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Duren with a screen on Ball. Ivy passes to Duren. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Green. Goes up the baseline, and that one drops. Cunningham with it. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. Sweet little floater.
Great touch there from Cunningham. He's so skilled.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
And he makes good on the layup. Cunningham's got his second bucket.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Plumlee takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Cunningham passes through. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Here's ball after the basket by Detroit. Bridges kicks the ball. Clock at 6. There's the lob to Bridges. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Here's Stewart. Out to Thompson. Duren with the screen on Green. Plumlee with the rebound. The Hornets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Bridges shot good.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. 11 feet away. Back to Cunningham. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Ball from long range. Rebounded by the Pistons. Cunningham on the wing. Stewart with the screen on ball. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Here's Miller. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Cunningham looking around. Duren with the screen on Miller. Cunningham outside. Good if it goes. Tie game in Detroit. And we'll be back with you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the center. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. That's tipped.
Well, I want to see more of this from Duren. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
Here's Cunningham. Off target from the baseline.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duren and Sar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound space.
So it's the Hornets now, following the three by Detroit. Green with a screen for Ball. Shakes him. He lays it in.
And we knew LaMelo was talented coming into the league. What we didn't quite know was how much of an impact he would make in terms of controlling the flow of the game.
Now, here's Cunningham. 8 points for him.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Detroit leading by 4. Pass to Duren. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Now, here's Bridges. Back to Miller. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Ivy. Ball against Cunningham. Stolen by Ball. Green passes to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
The putback. Pass to Stewart. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Stewart's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
Plumlee with a screen on Cunningham. Ball, the pass to Plumlee. The kick out to Ball. 3-pointer. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. Ivy on the wing. Pass to Stewart. In the corner, Ivy with it. It's stolen by Green. Here's Bridges. Rebound by the Pistons. Duren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Cunningham outside. Thompson finds Duren. It's stolen by Green. 1-on-1 here. And here's Miller outside. Here's Thompson. Here's Cunningham. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Into the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And so it's Detroit ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this.
For your pocket back, Arena Entertainment.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court for the Hornets, ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Green. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. Sexton against LeVert.
Well, he plays both guard positions well. Sexton shows off that court vision.
Detroit leading by 7. So, GA Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
No coverage that time. LeVert's got himself going there, his first points of the game in the deep ball. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Down low. Diabate's shot is good. Diabate's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
LeVert in the corner. Pass to Harris. Collins kicks to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. And it's LeVert missing. Hornets trail by 8. Here's Diabate. Here now is Dinwiddie. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And with the ability to make clean, crisp passes, Dinwiddie makes those around him better.
Robinson for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Pistons lead by 9.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Dinwiddie passes to Williams. And then Williams slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Harris dishes to Robinson. Back to Harris. LeVert from outside. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 7. To the paint. It's deflected. It's stolen by Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Defended by Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Robinson misses. The Hornets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And Duncan Robinson, one of the more efficient 3-point marksman coach in this league.
Yeah, look, Kevin, Duncan Robinson built his game around his 3-point shooting, and the threat of the 3 has drawn more defensive attention, and Duncan Robinson has learned to make plays for other people based on the defense that he sees a much improved all-around basketball.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Sexton up top. LeVert defending. There's a good screen. Charlotte needs to get a shot. And it's in there. Diabate's got 8 points here in this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Inside, Reed, and the dunk by Reed.
Yeah, that was nice recognition by Robinson.
Outside, Sexton. There's the 3. No good on that one.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't.
And so it's Detroit, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. And it's Cunningham in the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Pass to Ivy. Duren sets the screen for Ivy. With some arc, and the basket is good. And the Pistons lead by 7.
Well, that's quick decision-making there for Ivy. He kept it and called his own number.
The drive-by ball. And Plumlee kicks the ball. Off target from three-point range. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. With the putback, and Duren is right there. And now a 9-point Piston lead.
Well, positioning and size win Duren the offensive rebound, which he then cashes in on.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Bridges. And stolen by Ivy. And even 3-on-3 break. Jacks up a 3. And down goes the 3.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Now, here's Cunningham. With the drive, and there's the dunk.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Now Ball. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bridges. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Cunningham. Takes the 3. It misses. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Ivy against Green. Miller surveying the floor. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Detroit.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And Thompson slams it home.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Down low, looking to end the run. So it's the Pistons now. Shots good by Duren.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball.
for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Detroit Pistons here in Little Caesars Arena. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analyst Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's White. And the layup is good off the glass. White's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Ivy from the top of the key. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You know, when you watch Ivy, he's built to score, and man, is it fun to watch.
Here's Giddey. And the shot's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Cunningham. He buries it from three. Cunningham's got 5 points.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Deflected. Ivy against White. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Ivy outside. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket, and he can't jam it through.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
It's White with the drive. Pass to Vucevic. And again, no good by Chicago.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Stolen by Giddey. The three from Okoro. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
White for three. Rebound Detroit. On the wing, Ivy. And again, no good by Detroit. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. On the take. White for 3. Nails it from 3. White's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Thompson with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. 50 seconds left now in the first quarter. Stewart, a screen on Giddey. Here's Cunningham. It's good. He has 7.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Now here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Back to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson goes in.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Vucevic, a screen on Thompson. White, the pass to Vucevic. Fires for three. This one for three. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And just nails the three.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Bulls out in front. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. White finds Giddey. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The rebound by Detroit. Oh, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Here's White. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
There's Cunningham with a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Goodness, Cade was way back there. Look at him expanding his range.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Here's Duren. Banked it in off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Pistons lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Thompson against White. The 3 is up. It's Vucevic, high post. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Navigating his way inside. Well, once Vuce sees the lane open up, he jumps on it.
Cunningham deciding where to go with it. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in. Free throw good from Cunningham. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch. Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Here's Smith. Pass to Buzelis. And stolen by Stewart. Now Cunningham. 15 points in the game. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's White, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Stewart outside. Back to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Back to Stewart. Let's go with a 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. The Bulls have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's White. Okoro outside. Smith outside. Outside Giddey. Picked by Smith. And it's Giddey with the 3. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Drains the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by White. Cunningham passes to Thompson. On the wing, Ivy. Pass to Cunningham. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Stewart. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Thompson pulls it in.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit. He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Yes, it's good. Buzelis has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Here's Cunningham. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Please, direct your attention now to the center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
On the court for Chicago, they've got Jalen Smith. Zach Collins out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, and it's Asenge in at the shooting guard position. Sinks it from distance. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Nice little shot fake there. Got the D out of position. Dosunmu's got his first points of the game.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Robinson's to 3. LeVert outside. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to Reed. Detroit moving the ball around. From downtown, the shot by LeVert, no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Lays it up and banks it in. Dosunmu's got 4 points this quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Robinson with it. Picked up by Collins. Pass to Reed. Outside to LeVert. Back to Reed. Little turnaround. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Chicago trailing here. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Williams. That one goes in. Here in the second half, this game still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
And here's LeVert for 3. From beyond the arc and then some. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. Detroit has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Robinson. 4-3. And Detroit another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Robinson on the wing. Here's Holland. Out to Harris. And here's LeVert for 3. Smith with the rebound. Here's the Senge. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Out left to the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Here's Dosunmu. The rebound by Detroit.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Left side Williams. Dosunmu outside. Collins outside. Here's the Senge. Robinson defending. They get it again. Shot clock at 4. Second chance effort. And Senge gets it to go.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. LeVert goes against Smith. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Williams with it. Now LeVert defending. Back to Williams. Pass to Dosunmu. 4 on the clock. High arcing shot. And the shot goes down. Dosunmu's got 6 points in the quarter.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Robinson, and again it's Detroit converting. Dosunmu outside, up in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to White. Good D by Duran.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Okoro on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Now here's Okoro over Ivy. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Pistons?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Detroit has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Duran finds Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Now Duran. Ivy outside. Shoots over White. Ivy's shot is off. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Okoro outside to take the lead. Gets a hand on it. The rebound by Stewart. The Pistons shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Back to Cunningham. Off target from three-point range. The Bulls have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. White for 3. Stewart against Vucevic. Pass to Buzelis. To take the lead. The triple drops.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
Now Ivy. Rebounded by Vucevic. White looking it over. Vucevic outside. Here's Giddey. Let's loose for 3. Duren pulls it down. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now Stewart. Ivy. Oh, off target from downtown. Outside White. It's good.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Duren against Vucevic. Here's Thompson. Stewart outside. Ivy. It's money from deep.
Big-time stuff from Ivy. A prime-time player on display.
Vucevic, a screen on Thompson. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what they needed from him, unaffected by the pressure.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Thompson outside. Now Cunningham. Stewart fires. Duren. Oh, he misses the dunk. Chicago leading by 4. Outside White. Beyond the arc. Duren pulls it down. Detroit has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Ivy outside. From deep. Cash from downtown.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Vucevic, a screen on Thompson. Here's Vucevic. White with it. Using the glass to lay it in.
And they aren't over the limit yet.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here's Ivy. Counted.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
So a close.
a heated battle down low. Both teams, Clark, pride themselves on rebounding.
And we know rebounding is one of the key factors along with turnovers, field goal percentage, and free throws in terms of determining the outcome of a game. So we'll keep an eye on the rebounding battle in this one because that is the strength of both of these teams.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Josh Giddey, Okoro out there with Buzelis, and it's Vucevic, and it's White in at the point guard position. Now, here is Miller. Plumlee sets the pick for Miller. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Miller.
Great lead pass, anticipating where his man was going to be, not where he was.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
Now, here is Miller. Bridges sets the screen for Miller. Pass to Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. It's over Vucevic. Plumlee, no luck. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on. And last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
He gets that one.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
And White kicks to Vucevic. And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. For the 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. They trail by 3. Then Bridges jams it in.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Charlotte with it. Ball no good. 3 on 3. White looking around. Driving to the basket. Vucevic the pass to Giddey. And he slams it one-handed.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Green kicks to Miller. And the 3 off target. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Giddey. Bridges with the steal. Pushing it up. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
It just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Stolen by Okoro. An even 3-on-3 break. For 3, Green with the rebound. The Hornets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Ball kicks to Green. Back to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Ball's got 6.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Vucevic finds White. From outside the arc. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Sinks the triple.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Then Bridges jams it in.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
You guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Green in at the 3. So that's who Charlotte starts the second.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got them.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Shooting for Chicago.
Where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And Plumlee kicks the ball. Back to Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Miller outside. It doesn't go for him. Chicago leading by 7. White down low. He's against Miller. Vucevic down low. Headed by Green. Vucevic with the bucket. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Giddy, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside, Ball. Floats one up, and it's good on the way in. And now it's only a 5-point Bulls lead.
This kid is so skilled. What a touch from Melo.
White against Ball, and White kicks to Giddy. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Smith is checked in, trains the three-pointer.
You have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Ball finds Bridges. And here's Miller. Bridges sets the screen for Miller. From past the arc, nailed from three-point land. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. White against Green. White dishes to Okoro. Back to White. Smith with a screen on Green. Diabate grabs the board.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
White against Ball. Bridges sets the screen for Ball. And it's Miller in the corner. Shoots over Okoro, and that one released in time, but no good. Kobe White, he's been feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Bulls. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got two of them to fall in that quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, you have to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Dosunmu. Zach Collins is out there with Williams. And it's Smith, and it's Asenge in at the shooting guard. Pass to Knippel. And Knippel slams it in.
And that's an emphatic message from Knippel, letting everyone know he's arrived.
And talking to Knippel, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. And just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Sexton for three. Hits it from three-point range.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Collins wide open, he fires. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hornets trail by 4. And that's an intentional foul.
Zach Collins, first personal foul, first team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's Sexton penetrating. And Sexton slams it in.
This is why you got to prevent Sexton from getting in the lane. Once he does, he just explodes towards the basket. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Banked in off the glass.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Outside Collins. Pass to Asenge. Top of the key, Dosunmu. Shot clock at 5. Smith right side. Dinwiddie with the steal. Knippel with it. He's against Williams. Outside, Sexton. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton Williams slams it in.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game here. And Sexton, no good on that one. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Here's Knipple, covered by Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And Knipple with the basket on the assist by Williams. Knipple's got 5 points so far. Pass to Asenge. Rebound by Williams. The Hornets trail. Takes a step back. To the inside. Lays it up off the glass.
Even though he's 6'6", Williams plays big inside. He's not afraid to go up against the big boys.
Here's Dosunmu. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And so he hits both. You know, Clark, in terms of guarding multiple positions, few do it better than Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant is really special defensively. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest size, and he's not a tremendous athlete, but what he has is savvy and a willingness to use his body to make it hard for the opponent. He guards 1 through 5 effectively, and he's got the strength to guard guys much bigger than him.
Outside, Sexton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one drops. And the Hornets making a change here.
2 shots.
And Sexton drops them both. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's White. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Ball fires from way outside. Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And guys, and let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. LaMelo Ball is out there with Sexton. Then there's Josh Green. Then it's Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center position. That's the lineup for Charlotte. Bridges outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Giddey the pass to Okoro. Now White. Clock at 6. There's the pick. That 3 off the mark. Hornets lead by 4. Sexton on the wing. Bridges outside. Oh, Sexton in position. Pass to Buzelis. And there it is for him.
with his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
And here is Ball. Here's Diabate. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now Ball. Here's Bridges. Leads it in off the window.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
And Sexton over to help. Stolen by Ball. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Okoro. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Sexton against Giddey. Here's Diabate. They double in with Vucevic. Here's Green. Green from outside.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
White. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. That one goes in.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
White against Ball. Hit the teardrop. Here's Diabate. Now Ball. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Plumlee is checked in for Sharp. Miller comes in for Sexton. Bulls trail by 5. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Not gonna go.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Now here's Ball. He's guarded closer. Green outside. One-handed.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Vucevic outside. Here's White. Now Giddey. It falls!
And I love going to Giddey there at 6'8" with his skill. Josh can get that one off anytime he wants.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Second team foul.
Here's Ball. And Ball gets double teamed. Here's Bridges. It's stolen by Buzelis.
That second defender coming over was the key. Great defensive call.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Miller rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
The line for your Hornets.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul.
It's going to be hard. I mean, they don't have much time to work with here, but we've seen crazy stuff happen in this game.
Kobe White. And And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust.
messy. These two teams don't back down, Legs.
You're going to see a lot of contact under the glass tonight. Two of the best rebounding teams in the league. There's no doubt this is going to be physical from the get-go.
Watch out for stray elbows. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Jalen Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at point guard. Such a wide open look.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. He takes it in. And Ball throws it down.
And there's the athletic grace of LaMelo Ball. Poetic.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
The defense leaves an opening and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Picked by Stewart. Clock at 4. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And the three-pointer goes.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Ball outside. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Bridges. Inside. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Now the Hornets moving it up. Duren with a rebound.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on, just put the ball in the hole.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Three-pointer, Stewart. Another 3 for Detroit.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's Ball. Soft touch off the glass. Ball's got 8.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Cunningham. Uses the glass on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. Trailing by 2. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Ball way outside. Ball with another miss. Detroit has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Cunningham passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Plumlee, a screen on Cunningham. Oh, sweet move. Green against Ivy. Pass to Plumlee. Ball right side. Jacks up a 3. No good on the shot. Detroit leading by 4. Ivy passes to Thompson. He shoots a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Plumlee, a screen on Cunningham. Ball outside. Over Cunningham. No good on the buzzer beater. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Green, and it's Diabate in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side, so when they screen you, you get no help. They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Stewart. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Stewart, screen on Green. Cunningham finds Stewart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Cunningham against Ball. Ball with the athletic finish.
I like how aggressive LaMelo has been tonight. I mean, just looking for his shot consistently.
Pass to Ivy. Stewart, left side. Ivy outside. Here's Thompson. He's guarded by Bridges. Back to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Stewart. And the Pistons, another 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. Back over to you guys.
It's getting interactive. All right, Allie, thank you. He drops it from range. Stewart's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Now, he is cooking right now. There is no better feeling. Keep giving him the ball.
LaMelo on the attack. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
And the acceleration off the drive is amazing. Ball can be tough to catch up to.
Detroit leading by 12. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Duren.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Cunningham passes to Ivy. They get it back. For 3. Knocks down the long J. Ivy's got 6.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Now Cunningham. He's got 13. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Duren with a screen on Green. Here's Cunningham. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage. Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off and it forced the miss.
There's 45 seconds left in the second. Count that bucket.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
It's It's Miller with a drive. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Green. Ivy defends. Back to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Now here's Cunningham. 17 points in the game. Count it. Good. Cunningham's got 19 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
And so it's Detroit, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment.
They're measuring up the shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
And Detroit, let's look at who they've got. We've got Tobias Harris. Karis LeVert is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Holland, and it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Harris. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all three levels.
Outside Sexton. Williams with the screen. Detroit with a rebound.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Pass to Reed. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV.
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Sexton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism. Sexton can really get up and finish.
Harris, a screen on Dinwiddie. Out to Harris. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Sexton looking around. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Williams from long range. Good D by Harris.
And just a desperate play all the way around.
LeVert outside. Harris a screen. LeVert goes against Sexton. LeVert, that's good.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Knipple. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music. fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. Thank you, Allie. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's LeVert. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Diabate's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Outside Sexton. Fires the 3. Detroit with a rebound. Harris outside. Inside. Reed. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
Here's Knipple. Pass to Sexton. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And the pick and roll was a good decision by Sexton. He's got solid playmaking instincts.
Robinson against Dinwiddie. Puts up a 3. Robinson can't hit. For 3, Sexton. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. A huge. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, just the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Colin Sexton, Knipple out there with Williams. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Hornets 5. A big group substitution here for Charlotte, and both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Duren with a screen on Green. There's Cunningham with a 3. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
It's Miller with a drive, and he dunks it down.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Here's Thompson driving inside. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. And stolen by Stewart. Out to the right wing. Ivy outside. Picked by Stewart. Ivy against Dinwiddie. Ivy's shot is off. Well, the Hornets shooting it at 52%. It's Bridges on the wing. Stewart defends. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. LaMelo Ball. He's checked in for Charlotte. From the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Ball's got 20.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Green against Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Stewart outside. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Pass to Green. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Duren with a screen on Green. Cunningham against Green. With the teardrop. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
Yeah, a graceful touch from Cunningham, making that floater look effortless.
The crossover, and Ball throws it down. Wow.
I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Green against Cunningham. Misses the layup. Hornets trail by 21.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots. They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Bridges, a screen on Cunningham. And he's gone for the lob! And stolen by Stewart. Cunningham against Ball. Duran with a screen on Ball. And here's Cunningham outside. The putback. Ivy outside. Stewart outside. Second chance shot. Miller pulls it in. Ball left side. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that,